imagine the scenario. You went on a date with a person and you really like that person. You got that spark and all the chemistry. And while you're planning the second date with that person, they end up telling you, I'm sorry, but I'm not ready for a relationship. And I totally understand how heartbreaking the situation is, because it's really hard to find a person you like in this time and era. And while you like somebody, they say they're not ready for a relationship, and that's so frustrating. And if you are wondering why someone says they're not ready for a relationship, here I'm going to be giving you 4 reasons why a person might be saying that to you. Hi, I'm Gunjan and welcome back to Gunjan's Divine Space. Number one reason why someone says they're not ready for a relationship is probably because they're not into you. And that's so brutal, because the last thing we want is a person is not liking us as much as we like them, right? And but the problem, and then we kind of end up blaming ourselves. Maybe I'm not enough, maybe I'm not pretty enough, maybe I'm not these or that enough. But the reason could be the person just not into you, and maybe they don't feel the spark you're feeling here. It has nothing to do with your attractiveness or your personality. Let me give you an example, because everything I share in this channel is all about things I have learned in my life or from my experience. So there was a guy. He was extremely hot, very good looking. So as far as I remember, like he was a power lifter. So he was really healthy. He had literally everything I wanted in a man: tall, handsome, everything. And he was treating me like a princess. And he was so well behaved. Yet after going on a couple of days, I couldn't feel the spark. I ended up calling my best friend and I said, what is wrong with me? Why don't I like this guy? My sister was like, shame on you. How can you say you don't like that guy? Honestly, it wasn't his problem. It was me. Because human brain works in a very mysterious way. We find certain, I don't know why we find some people attractive or some people not attractive. I found him really attractive, but I couldn't feel that spark between us. And I don't know what mechanism work in your brain and what causes those spark in our brain, but sometimes it's not happening the same way for two people. And it's okay if someone doesn't see you the way you see them. Just move on, turn another page, go for someone else. Yeah. And number two reason why someone might be saying you they're not ready for a relationship is probably because they're actually not ready for a relationship. For example, me right now, with my YouTube channel, I'm doing some other side hustles, fairly new things. I have started fairly new things in my life, and balancing my family, my parents, my friends, and my dog. It's really hard for me to start a brand new relationship right now, because everything, I don't really know how to balance it. And personally, me right now, I'm not ready for a relationship. And it doesn't mean that I would stop meeting people. So I do go on casual dates. I love learning about people. When I go on dates, I learn about myself and what I expect from my future partner. So this is the best time. When you're single, it's the best time to learn about other people. But maybe you're not ready for a relationship. But that doesn't mean you will stop yourself from going on dates. But you should clarify it that, hey, I'm actually not ready for a relationship right now, but I really love hanging out with you, and I like talking to you once in a while. But if you want to have another relationship, you can always, if you want to have a relationship, if you are looking for something serious, you can always move on. But if you are doing that to a person, you have to clarify it. If someone else is saying that they're not ready for a relationship, when you have a conversation with them, if they're like a good person, a sensible person, they will definitely explain that to you. Then you probably won't be wondering. And if they says that, hey, I'm really not ready for a relationship, you don't have to like try to like get into their mind and try to find out why they exactly say it. You should always accept the fact that they're not ready for a relationship. Well, reason number three, a person could be telling you they're not ready for a relationship is probably because they're playing hard to get. And this is the worst thing to do. I mean, I I personally, I don't even like that whole idea of playing hard to get. Why do you have to play hard to get? See, if you have a personal life, if you're working on yourself, if you're working on a project, on your career, if you're working on like career and working on like other stuff in life, you probably would be busy and you will have your time and priority and other stuff going on in your life, right? You don't have to play hard to get. You're probably a person who's hard to get, and a person needs to find their place in your life. But some people play hard to get, and that's why sometimes they say I'm not ready for a relationship. If you're not ready for a relationship, just leave. Don't play hard to get, right? So yeah, just again turn another page. You don't have to be with a person who says they're not ready for a relationship. The reason I'm making this video is because so that you can get some idea on the topic and move on from the person. Number 4 reason why would someone say they're not ready for a relationship is because they're probably a selfish and self-centered person. Let me get into the detail. Don't take my word for it. Let me explain it. So this happens sometimes. We go on a date with a person. We feel that we have a better connection. We talk about a lot of stuff. We probably share a lot of things. We go on dates. Maybe you do have sexual encounters with that person, but when after a few days and after a few months you expect to have a relationship with that person, they give you excuses like I don't think I have got over my ex. I'm not ready for a relationship. Those people are selfish. So because if you're not ready for a relationship, don't take advantage from me. Just say it clearly. You're not ready for a relationship, and then that would be easier for me to move on. It's really hard to serve a person who doesn't serve you. And you shouldn't be wasting your time and energy on a person who cannot give you commitment, but they're taking these people will take every benefit of having a boyfriend and girlfriend from you, but they won't be giving you the commitment. And being with that person, that kind of people is extremely toxic. And who wants to be, can you imagine them being the father of your children or the mom of your child? Can you imagine being with that person who always wants to get a lot of things from you, and it takes them like million years to give you some sort of commitment? You don't want to be with that kind of person. No one should be. We all deserve people who treat us right, who believes in equality in relationship. Well, I really hope this video has helped you to get some idea on why would someone say they're not ready for a relationship. And honestly, if someone says they're not ready for a relationship, even though I made this video, but still, do not overanalyze things. If someone says something to you, take their word for it and move on. And of course, don't wait for them. Go and date other people. Turn another page. You have one life, and don't waste your time on someone who's not ready to have a relationship with you, and find a better one. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, stay blessed. Goodbye.